Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. This is the Locher podcast with
Jax Amadeus.
Mr. Jax Amadeus, the bodyguard for the bloodline. Mr. Jax Amadeus. Question is, who is Jax Amadeus?
Well, Jax Amadeus is, I should say formally the Bloodline security guard. Unfortunately, some events have caused me to leave the position. But, if y'all must know, I am the 6-foot, 215-pound giant that was Jax Amadeus of ESW.
How did it feel going in ESW?
Man, you know those things, how it's a dream come true?
Yes, I do.
Let's put it this way. Those words could never be any more truer. Being in ESW was literally a huge advancement towards my ultimate goal. And eventually it became my only goal.
Cool.
So, to put it simple, joining ESW was the pinnacle of my life thus far.
So, going from the fanboy, because I saw your videos on YouTube, just calling out Alex G and Austin G. So that's from going from that to going to the main event in ESW, the main event player, with the two legendary guys of ESW in their own right, Austin and Alex G. Is Alex how am I supposed to put this? I'm happy I'm not in San Antonio, Texas. He'd probably kick my ass. But is Alex G, is he an asshole?
Well, that depends on your point of view. I mean, if you're looking at it from a fan point, yeah, of course he's an asshole. But that's his job. His job is to be an asshole.
True.
You know? But if you're looking from our point of view, we see a strong, confident leader who has a lot on his shoulders. So naturally, he's going to be a douchebag at times. But in the end, we all know that it's just because of the weight that he carries on his shoulders.
Yeah. Is there a difference between Alex G and Alex Gardner?
Actually, I'd say there's a little bit of a difference. You know, he's still pretty serious about what he does. Everything that he does, he puts 100% into it, no matter whether it be as running ESW or as being a wrestler or, you know, as running his own life. He puts everything 100%. So, in a way, there's really no difference between Alex, except for you get to know him, he's not as bad as you think.
How about Austin?
Austin's a totally different story, man.
How annoying is his voice when he's in his character? When he says Austin G. I just sit back and laugh at him.
I personally think that it was a very creative way of making his character, you know?
Yeah.
I personally think that it's what made him take that next leap to the next level, you know? So, personally, I don't find it annoying at all. I actually find it rather pretty talented, you know?
Yeah. They're the top two heels, and then you're a top heel nowadays also in your own right. Were you ever on the other side of being a face, or was it just heel?
Back when I first started, I was about 14 years old. I actually couldn't see myself as a bad guy when I first started out, you know?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like John Cena or The Undertaker or, you know, these big-time good guys, you know?
Yeah.
But the more I wrestled, the more I saw the ugly side of things and how not every time does the good guy win, you know, and it was a lot more fun to be the bad guy. So I kind of just, after a few years, I just started embracing it, you know?
Right. Did anybody ever tell you that that you remind them of Kevin Nash?
I've actually been told that quite a few times, actually. I was talking to MOD a while back, and he actually was saying that I'm the Kevin Nash of ESW.
I agree with him totally. Because when I seen you with that first promo with you, Alex, and Jinx Master, when he banded the Hell's Pit, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was actually a very exciting moment. I remember after doing the take, just having to get down on my hands and knees because I was shaking so badly, man. Like, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Just the atmosphere sitting in that room, it was awesome.
I can imagine. So you became the Anarchy champion, right?
One-time Anarchy champion. Yep.
Who did you beat for that one?
I took out Manson, actually. I gave him what I call the Triple G, the got it good. So.
Oh snap!
But
Manson.
I took him out, and not long after, Wicked J actually took me out. So.
Oh, Wicked J, whoop whoop. Oh gosh. Me in my own right, my backyard wrestling. I'm the heel. I'm the heel. I kind of live that character all the time though. So yeah. But you guys, all of y'all put on an amazing show. Like,
well, we appreciate that.
I don't know how I'm gonna break. Like, I don't want to kayfabe this shit. But like Dean's practice, like the day of the show, like and then Dean's like say, "Yo, you're working with me. We're gonna do this, that," or as it says, "Boom, it's there."
Well, for my first show, actually, it was kind of a last-minute type deal. You know, like I'd been telling you before we started recording, I was so nervous that I actually screwed up. So we kind of had to hold off on my debut. So Alex wasn't quite too sure about using me.
Oh, snap.
And it was actually his brother that convinced him to give me another chance. And, so we went over, how to deal with Jinx Master and Short Stack, and, everything else just kind of fell in place. I mean, yeah, we kind of screwed up a little bit, but in the end, we made it flow so well that it didn't even matter,
So, who is your favorite opponent so far in ESW?
My favorite opponent so far, I'd actually have to say my mentor, PL3.
PL3.
Just for the simple fact that for me, going against PL3 meant that I came full circle from where I started. Going against PL3, it was my very first official hardcore match. My first time going through stuff like tubes, going through, these various moves, taking the pedigree, taking the F5.
Yeah.
Just for me to be able to experience all those for real and actually, like one of the biggest highlights I'll have to say of that match, dude, was actually being busted open by PL3. Like, after the match, I hugged the guy.
Yeah.
And, I literally took the blood off my face and just held my hand up high because I knew at that moment this is where I belonged.
True. So you told me earlier that PL3 trained you also.
Yes.
To what you are today. Is he?
Yeah.
Is he like the? Is it hard working with him because he's so much of a legend himself? Do you like, oh fuck, I'm gonna screw up?
At first it was very intimidating. Yeah, it was. It was really intimidating just being in the presence of PL3. My first practice, Alex actually showed up to watch, so that was even more pressure on me. And so I just, I went in and I told myself, you know what, this is the time to prove who you are. And by the time we were done training and all that, PL3 actually made the comment that I've actually progressed a lot faster than he has ever really seen anybody progress. So
cool.
I think I proved my worth with them.
So how did it feel? You said you had that great match with PL3. How did you feel becoming the Anarchy champion? That so many legends hold that belt. Osiris, MOD, Austin, Alex.
Well, let me put it in a way that even the fans can relate to. Basically, if you were to make that one goal that nobody would ever imagine you achieving, and then you achieve it on your very first appearance, not just, promos and none of that. I'm talking your very first match. You go in and you win the Anarchy Championship. Dude, just having my name on that list who's held that title, I gotta tell you one thing. The world has not seen the end of Jax Amadeus. I will be back. May not be under the same name, but I'll be back. And I'm coming for my title.
Osiris. Who is that guy in life? Who is Osiris?
Osiris, man, he is larger than life. I mean, out of everybody that I've ever had the privilege of talking to in ESW, Osiris has got to be one of the biggest guys that I've actually had a hard time talking to. Not because, he's intimidating, but because I've looked up to him for so long, and just, when I first went to the Extreme Rumble, I had no idea Osiris was even going to show up, and I found it to be a great honor to be there when he finally came back. So when I finally got into ESW, I was starstruck. So, but, me and Osiris, we had a couple of headbutts here and there. We've worked them out since then, but, that's just how the business goes. I mean, he had different opinions, I had different opinions.
Definitely.
And, that's just how it goes. But,
It's very
overall,
hard.
he's one of the toughest guys I've ever had the honor to meet.
I seen you worked with OSG, too. Right?
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, let's put it this way. OSG hurt.
Oh.
When he delivers those spears, he delivers them big time, dude. Every time I've received a spear from him, I've had my glasses clean knocked off of me. I've had the wind knocked out of me. I've actually, at end games, he actually knocked me out for a few seconds with just his spear. So he's pretty intense, but you know what? That's what I think makes the show so great, is his intensity. So.
Right. What is ESW? Is it Indies, Backyard, or both?
I'd have to say it's a little bit of both now. Kind of a hybrid. It's we are trying to go from the backyard to the ring a lot more. But at the same time, we know that our roots started in the backyard. So, right now I'd have to say it's a bit of a hybrid. I'm not going to say that we're professionals. By no means, I don't think any of us will. But we're definitely not amateurs like everybody thinks we are.
True.
So.
It's very hard in this business because you never know when you're coming or going.
Exactly.
One thing could change to another. You never wrestled anywhere. Where did you start at when you were 14? Was it just in the backyard of your backyard, or was it somewhere else?
When I started out, it was actually at it was me and my brother, and my two best friends, and just some of my brother's friends, and we actually started out in our old elementary school playground.
Oh, that's awesome.
So mean, it was just like, I don't know. Back then, we saw what was on TV, and we decided to copy it, and, you know, I ended up being one of the most dedicated wrestlers of the group. I'm actually the only one that continued to pursue it, so.
What do you do on your spare time? What do you do, like, to keep in your shape? Because I've seen that you're always, you know.
Well, what I do on my spare time, usually I'll go for a run and do, like, maybe an hour and a half of upper body exercises. I try to focus on my arms and my abdomen a lot, and, you know, obviously my neck and back. So. But, no, what I usually do is go for, like, maybe a 3-mile jog just to try to keep my legs in shape. Yeah. But other than that, what I do on my free time is pretty much write music.
Cool. I love music. When you do come back, are you gonna use your your face paint to come back in like a different character, or are you gonna be the same bodyguard character, or what?
Well, me and Alex both agreed that we'd taken Jax Amadeus as far as the security guard, as far as he would go, which is why we had him be fired in the Halloween special. But no, I actually can't really say much because there's a lot of work in progress on that. I can't say this much though. Jax Amadeus might not be coming back for a while, but I'll probably more than likely be back as a different character.
Alright, cool. What would you get, this is the last question. What would you tell the people that wants to join ESW? I mean, I know Joey Russo is having this whole Zenterus, or whatever the hell he called it.
Genesis series?
Yes. Joey Russo.
The one thing I have to tell people is, obviously you're going to want to be close, so, you know, San Antonio would be the preferred area, but outside of that, if you have the heart and dedication, then there's nothing that you can't do. You know, I'm living proof of that. I've literally been fighting to get in ESW for a little over 3 years, between subtle messages and eventually, you know, brazenly just calling them out, which I do not recommend, by the way. But, no, I mean, if you gain the audience of Alex, make it count. That's all I gotta say, is just make it count.
Okay, would you like to give anybody a shout out, like your friends, your roommate, anybody like that?
Actually, I would, You know, I'd like to give a shout out to my fellow brothers at ESW, you know. I may not be around right now, but the time is coming. Just, you guys sit tight, I'll be back home, and we'll put on one hell of a show, you know. And as far as for the rest of my fans and my friends and family, you know, I just want to thank them all for the support, the love, and for just encouraging me to follow my dreams, you know. Without any of them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Alright, man. Well, thank you so much for being on the Locher podcast. This will be up either today, tonight, or tomorrow. I'll tag you in it or something like that. And, yeah. I just can't wait to see your new character and yourself back in ESW. And whenever you come back, good luck. Do not get hurt. Just win that ESW World Heavyweight Championship. And, yeah.
God willing, I will definitely be winning both the Anarchy Championship and ESW World Heavyweight Championship.
Damn right.
But, till then, get it, got it, good.
He's out, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That was Jax Amadeus.